On Hanukkah, we focus on the number 8. The 8 days of Hanukkah. Obviously, the 8 times of lighting the menorah, the 8 candles. Obviously, Hanukkah is 8 days. So the focus is on the 8. But I would actually like to focus now on the number 1. And what I'm referring to is the power of 1. And it is this 1 which actually leads to the 8, which is the infinite. As we know that Hanukkah is infinite, it says that the mitzvah, the neres of Hanukkah, Einam Betelim, we will be lighting them even after the Geula. After we're going to have the powerful light of Mashiach, we're still going to appreciate and see and recognize the power of the light of Hanukkah. But let's think about it. What happened? After coming back from this victoriously, from this amazing military victory, the Hashmonaim, Yehuda came back, the Maccabees came back to the temple and started cleaning the temple, throwing out all the idols, throwing out all the ideology that the Yevanim brought into the temple and into the Jewish community. And then they were looking for the oil to be able to light the menorah, to brighten up the lives of the Jewish people, to bring the beauty, the light, the warmth, the clarity of the menorah into the world. They were searching for pure oil. Not just any oil, but pure oil which has the seal of the Kohen Gadol, something that the Yevanim made sure to destroy. Every single one, or just about, they missed one. The miracle was 1 jug of oil burned for 8 days. I have a question. What would have happened if God would make the miracle they should find exactly 8 little jugs of oil, sufficient for the 8 days until they can bring new pure oil? That would also be a miracle. Imagine exactly what they needed. 8 jugs of oil they needed for 8 days. It's obviously a miracle. We would celebrate the same way. So this is not what happened. The Eibishter God made they should find 1. Emphasizing, I think, the power of 1. Which obviously brings to mind Maimonides. The Rambam says in the Hilchos Tshuva that whenever a person is on a crossroad of what to do, says the Rambam, Lefichach tzorech kol adam shira atzme kol hashana kula ki lo chetz zakeh v'chetz chayev. A person should always, throughout the entire year, not just on Rosh Hashanah when we do Teshuvah, but the entire year, a person should consider himself, look at himself as equally balanced between merit and sin. And what happens then? Not only himself, but the entire world. The entire world is in an equal 50-50 balance. And his one deed will tip the scale either way. Will he do a chas v'sholem and avera? The whole world will be tipped to the left. Will he do a mitzvah, says the Rambam, powerful words. What he caused is, he has now brought balance, he tipped this balance for himself and for the entire world to the side of merit. And he brings Yeshua v'hatzolah, and he brought about salvation, and he brought about excuse me, deliverance for the entire world. And he quotes a pasuk, Tzadik Yesod Olam, that 1 act of justice is the pillar of the whole world. I think in here lies the message of the 1 jug of oil. They came back. They found 1 jug of oil. The miracle was, first of all, they kept on searching. And then the miracle is another one. They could have despaired and said, what's the point of making the effort of lighting 1 day the menorah? There won't be more oil for tomorrow. Our entire effort has been in vain. We don't have pure oil, so we might as well give up. So as the Hashmonaim, says the Yontev of Chanukah, you have 1 jug of oil, they realized, do the mitzvah. What's going to be tomorrow? Right now I have to focus on the 1 mitzvah that I'm doing. Irrelevant, will I be able to do it tomorrow or not? Right now, 1 is infinite in itself. 1 mitzvah is godly, and if it's godly, it has no finite value. It's an infinite value. This concept understanding and appreciating the power of one is what actually leads to the 8. And as the Rebbe said, by doing one more good deed, one more mitzvah, we will tip the scale of the entire world and bring, as the Rambam says, ultimate deliverance through Mashiach. And in Mirz Hashem, we will light tonight the 8th candle, the 8 which is representative of Gula, with Mashiach in the Beis HaMikdash, all of Klal Yisrael together. A freilichen, lichtigen, bright, wonderful Chanukah.